Hi, everybody, and welcome to Weekly Witch Chat. Tonight is all about why do bad things happen after. Tonight's broadcast is all about why do bad things happen after you have done witchcraft. The first thing we need to establish is what is witchcraft. Witchcraft is working with the energy found in nature to bring about change. Now, Christians will tell you that bad things happen after you do witchcraft because you're playing around with the devil or playing around with demons. Christians don't know jack shit about witches. Period. Let me just say that up front. Witches very rarely work with the demonic because it does not benefit them. Witchcraft is working with the energy found in nature to bring about change in that witch's life. Sometimes after you do a spell, a curse, a ritual, a hex, you feel like shit. You might have disturbing dreams. You might actually puke, be sick to your stomach, and have a physical reaction. You might feel angry. You might feel depressed. You might feel worse than before you did the spell to bring you out of the hole that you may have dug yourself in. I have 3 reasons why bad things happen after you have done witchcraft. Witchcraft is meant to change or better the circumstances of that witch's life. It's used to change you from being in a state of poverty, change you from being poor, change you from being destitute, change you from being a loser. Witchcraft changes things that you cannot get by mundane ways. Witches go to the supernatural to change their circumstances when the natural just ain't cutting it. One reason why bad things happen after you do witchcraft is because you are more sensitive. You are more sensitive. As you do witchcraft, especially if you are working towards heightening your intuition, you will naturally become much more sensitive to feelings that varies in the world. This includes, unfortunately, the negative ones too. Negative energy is more oftentimes inappropriate energy. Everything in the universe, every single thing in the universe has its place, but that place is often not up in your house. As you are becoming much more attuned, you will find yourself reacting quicker and sometimes more intensely to negative energies, especially evolving around people, especially revolving around people that you hate, people that are your enemies. You might have much stronger reactions to them, especially if you are working to heighten your intuition. If you work at your meditation, you can always go onto YouTube and find the simplest meditation to ground you again, or to make you feel recentered so you do not explode on people, or more importantly, do not explode on people that you actually care about and love. There's nothing worse than blowing up on somebody that you actually care about and love, because they don't know where this negative energy is coming from. They don't know why you're coming at them sideways. So go on YouTube and find meditation, the simplest ones they have on there, to bring you back down to earth. And you also have to use good shielding methods. A good shielding method is visualizing you inside of a bubble, an impenetrable bubble that nobody can enter without your permission. That bubble can be white, blue, gold, any color that represents protection for you. Just because the color blue is associated with protection does not mean you are obligated to use that color. Follow your intuition. Your intuition will tell you what color works best for you. What may work for me may not be beneficial at all for you. It might not do anything for you. So always listen to your intuition. You want to be able to have good shielding methods, so you don't want to let yourself get wind up or worked up about the energetic world, about the world that's happening outside your house. Because every day we deal with people that we don't particularly like. Even just random strangers on the street. It's counterproductive to be exploded on people, especially people that you care about and love. It just makes that person pull away from you and not want a whole lot more to do with you after that day. The second reason why bad things happen after you do witchcraft is a lack of detachment. A lack of detachment. The universe does not understand dread. Somebody needs to write that down. The universe does not understand dread. Which, in essence, is negative desire. That means you will get a whole lot more of what you don't want. The universe only understands desire. What you focus on does actually grow. When you worry about poor outcomes or approach the time after you have done a spell, curse, hex, or ritual with worry or desperation, a lot of strange shit is going to happen. You are really confusing two desires, and the universe is not sure what to pick at best, and instead will pick what you dread to happen at its very worst. So worrying about it, worrying about the spell you did, and being desperate about it is going to turn it negative. It's going to backlash on you and knock you on your ass. So you need to distract yourself from the outcome. You know, if it should come up, if it should arise in your mind, you want to try to remain positive. I'm not saying that you should walk around with a smile on your face, walking down the street like a crazy person. That's not what I mean. You want to stay positive and stay hopeful. Leaning into negative emotions in the proper space and time is a good thing. Just don't go poking at open wounds. Keep in mind that if you watch a pot of water, it will absolutely not boil. The third reason why bad things happen after you have done witchcraft is alchemy. Let me very quickly explain what alchemy is. Alchemy, if you don't know, is spelled A-L-C-H-E-M-Y, alchemy. Alchemy is the process of turning the body's lead into gold. That's what alchemy is. Alchemy is turning the body from lead to gold. Whenever you are genuinely improving your life and, of course, ultimately yourself, you are going through the process of alchemy. It takes its own sweet time. It's not on your time. It does not work around your clock. And like any chemical reaction, sometimes there's a byproduct. And that byproduct can be a little bit nasty. You can have dark emotions, maybe have emotions about killing somebody, maybe even have emotions about killing yourself. And of course, if you do have these emotions, call 911, okay? So they can have you evaluated before you hurt somebody or hurt yourself, okay? You can have fatigue, sleepless nights. You can have disturbing things, seeing terrible things, seeing horrific things in your dreams. Even to the point of puking, you can become physically sick. Some people get so sick to their stomach that they have diarrhea. You know that our body responds to our emotions. Sometimes that can be filtered out into your reality, into your waking life with, once again, very odd events. You need to rejoice in that as it means there is a alchemical process going on, and all of this funk that is coming to the surface just means it's no longer inside of your body. It's no longer going to affect you. So that fatigue, those terrible dreams that you're having has to happen to come out of your body, to cleanse you. So that your body can become, from, even in a spiritual sense, from lead to gold. Trigger and memories from weeks, months, years, decades, sometimes centuries ago, will flare up, will come to the surface in order to be felt and then release. All of this is normal. So don't think just because you have a terrible dream or a terrible vision in the now that somebody has cursed you. It's a way of purging. All of the stuff has to come out. All of the stuff has to come out of you. Let me repeat that again. All of this funk that's coming to the surface, all of this fatigue, terrible dreams, dark emotions that's coming up to the surface has to come up. It has to come up. It means when this stuff comes up, it means it's no longer inside of your body. It's no longer swimming around in your mind. This is all normal. This is all normal. So yes, triggers and memories from years going by will come up, but all of this has to be felt and then released. So any bad memories, anybody who is a trigger, anything that is a trigger, after you do witchcraft, you might perceive as bad, you might perceive as a demon, you might perceive as something dark. It's actually something positive that has to happen. You have to feel it to know that you no longer belong in that space, and to know that after it's released, you can finally move on with your life and live a more magical one. So thank you tonight for joining me for weekly witch chat, and I will be speaking to you all shortly. Bye everybody.